Hello. Are you aware that your sensitivity is your greatest strength? I mean your greatest strength. We have to learn how to drive it like a beautiful sports car. You have to be more delicate with it than other parts of your body, mind, because it's the root to your having a very joyful life, being creative, having wonderful love affairs. What do we know about sensitivity? Well, I want to play with blood sugar. Blood sugar is a really interesting problem in our society, which is massively diabetic. And I want to tell you some experiences I had learning about blood sugar and who I really am. One of them is I came apart many years ago. It was the 70s, had a lot of trauma, and I was kind of fragile, and I had not handled my sensitivity very well, I guarantee that. Anyway, so what did I do? I knew if anyone knew how broken up I was inside, they probably would put me in some kind of institution or something, or I'd be on medication, which I certainly didn't want to do in those days. So I took up yoga, meditation, a certain kind of dance movement. But the thing that I did that was really, really amazing is I got myself a job in a health food store. And in that funny little store lined with millions and millions of bottles, this was before Whole Foods and all these huge health food industry places. But it was lined with all these bottles. I went, oh man, how am I going to learn what each of those supplements does, which was my goal. So what happened is I read and read, worked with patients, worked with clients, and read and read and read, and tried everything out on myself. Everywhere I went, I had this huge bag of supplements. So if suddenly I was getting a little insecure, a little tired, or whatever, I would take whatever I knew was going to help me feel stronger. So my friends thought I was kind of a lunatic, but they had no idea how close I was to being a lunatic. Anyway, I got stronger and stronger. And a part of my research, I came down to Bellingham, Washington, where I'm now living, and I had been living in Vancouver at the time, and I did a 6-hour glucose tolerance test. And that was to test my blood sugar and see how fragile it really was. So what happens is you start off with this huge glass of glucose. Now, for anybody who's really sensitive, you know that's going to tip you over big time. So then I got to lounge around for 6 hours, and they would come into this little room and test my blood sugar every half hour or so. But the most amazing and unforgettable aspect of this journey was the kind of emotional changes I went through. Wow! I was really euphoric at first, and then I got very insecure. Then I got super paranoid, and then hugely depressed. And it went on, and I'd go, wow, if anyone saw me in the middle of this depression or in this paranoia or this skitterishness, they would sign me up for some kind of major program for schizophrenics or, I mean, it was really incredible how deeply and how mentally and emotionally in pain I was and how fast it changed from one phase to the other. Taught me a great deal about blood sugar. And I've learned a lot about, through the years, it was 40 years ago, I've learned a lot about knowing how to put the right kind of foods in my body to stabilize my blood sugar or to put it back up when it drops. You know when it drops because you can have aches and pains and insecurities and strange emotional reactions to other people, you know? Think about all the violence we've got going on out there and the amount of broken foods that are being thrown at us these days. Foods with all kinds of distortions in them. I'm not preaching about foods right now. I'm preaching to you about your blood sugar and mine. And when you learn to add time-release protein to your diet on a regular basis. For example, you're going out driving in a car, you have your little kids with you and so on, and you've only been drinking coffee with sugar in it and you haven't eaten anything. Well, your blood sugar is in huge danger of dropping down to your knees or wherever. And at that point, you can get heart palpitations, you can see things that aren't there, you can be afraid of people. It could get crazy. But if you take out your handy-dandy little time-release protein, and I often refer to the chia bars that you can get really cheaply at Trader Joe's because they don't have any sugar in them, and chia seeds are time-release protein, as are many other little seeds and raw veggies and fruits and so on that have not been doctored. But if you do that, your blood sugar will go right back up. Ta-da! And there you are. And the art of life is the art of being really yourself, and taking yourself with your creativity and your ability to love and all of those wonderful qualities of being a human being, and really refining yourself as the container for those so that you can go out and have fun and be productive and really enjoy your life. I think paying attention to your blood sugar is really a huge gift. It sure helped me. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you'll subscribe to more videos and check my website, veronicaentwistle.com.